We are back at Mack Street Garage. Absolutely beautiful day. It's going to be about 85, 86 degrees today. In the sun, probably hit closer to 92. This is what I'm dealing with. This is going to be my next... boy, these bugs, I tell you what. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be working with next, because this has to proceed. How do I say this? A lot of things have to be done. You can see this metal is no good. This is something that I tried to do. You can see my little mouse turd welds. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to invest in a spot welder, a portable spot welder, like my friend at P Street Garage. I'll go down to my local Harbor Freight. He went to probably Princess Auto to get his. They're relatively inexpensive. And by the looks of what I have to do, I think I'll get a lot of use out of that spot welder. So, let's take a look at the pieces that I have on hand to fix all of this. Now, all of these pieces have all been sanded and primed with 2 coats of Rust Restorer. This is the rear floor channel. This piece actually faces up. So I'll show you in just a moment what I'm talking about. This goes from the front floorboard up to the back cargo bed. That's a very important structural piece as well. Here is the front piece for the toolbox. Let me back up a little bit. This goes in the very front, and this goes towards the driver's side. This is the left-hand piece that goes from that end to the back and connects to this rear floor riser. Here is the driver's side floorboard. Here's the passenger side floorboard. And here is the hat channel connector that will go right between, actually down here, between these 2 floorboards. Now let's take a look at the other hat channels. Here are the 2 other hat channels. I actually have them backwards, I think. This one should be on that side for the passenger and driver. But you can see that both of them have their 2 coats of the Rust Restorer. I have them sitting on the hood of the Comet where the windshield would be, just to help bake that stuff in, because this is going to go between the frame and the floor panels. So here is what it looks up, kind of roughed up, mock up. I was trying to get it to fit in all these holes that you see here, but that's not actually where it's supposed to go. That is where the floorboard bolts to, and this bolts to the floorboards. So this is a pretty good representation of what it looks like. Of course, they would be flat because they would be sitting on the floorboard. Yep, that's what it would look like underneath the Jeep if everything was put where it needed to be. So hopefully, this is going to work. But I have a long way to go before I get here. I still have to come in, clean all this rust, get some frame and rail paint, take care of all that, and yep. So, yeah. Anyway, this is the passenger side fender. Notice it was banged up pretty badly. I bent some back out, hit with a hammer. This is going to take a little bit of work. I was going to replace it, but it's $388 just for that piece. And I'm thinking for anywhere from $50 to $100, I can buy some metal pieces and make a little paper cutout and fix all the holes that I need to fix with some metal I can go down and buy at either Home Depot, Lowe's, or even my local Ace Hardware. Local Ace Hardware probably has a better price and exactly what I need. Now here's that area I was talking about before. This is the rear riser that goes from the floor where the driver and passenger sit to the back cargo area. You can see it has the lip on this. So there's a bolt here, bolt there, and then it spot welds to these areas. Now I'll probably have to get some metal, and because there's supposed to be a lip here that this metal is going to sit on, so it'll be a lip like this. And so I have extensive work I need to do, and I need to get to it. Of course, I will have to order 2 more hat channels for the back area. You can actually still see the wood from 1947. And an interesting story about that we'll get to in just a moment. But here's the one hat channel. Actually, if you look at it the way I had it on the front of the Comet, it would the passenger side is in the right spot, driver side in the right spot. So I guess I had it exactly where I needed it to be. And this is that little piece that connects them both together. Now, sometimes you have to trim up the hat channel to make it made up with this, or vice versa. So this is going to be another fun project as well. So what I'm going to have to do is, unfortunately, decide how I'm going to tackle this floor. Do I cut all of this out, remove the hat channel here, which I'm going to have to anyway, and cut right at this point? Or do I take this off and bring the floor panel all the way up to where the good metal is? Because you can see here, this has kind of been egged out, and it's kind of cracked right there anyway. So, yep, that's going to be a big choice. So, with that being said, oh, what about the wood that I was going to tell you about? When they made the wood channels, or the wood for these channels, they had a very specific way of doing it. So I'll come around here to the fender. See how that fender support arm is bent? They had a jig that they had set up. They would take the 1x2, put it into a steamer. They would soften the wood, loosen up the wood grain, and they would put that really soft wood into the jig, let it dry, and it formed in that shape that would go inside that entire hat channel. Now, I'm not going to do that. I could, because I saw a video on how you do it, but I'm not going to go that far into it. This isn't going to be a show car. It doesn't need to be as strong as they did in the 40s and 50s. This is going to just be my grocery getter. It's not going to be anything climbing up rocks or through trails. It only goes 45 miles an hour, so it'll just be my grocery getter. So with that being said, again, for those of you going through tough situations, not to worry, you will come out on the other side a better person. You never really want to have issues to deal with, but just remember that's life. And if you didn't have issues, life would be boring, and you probably want to vote for the, you know what? I'm not going to go that way. So anyway, be good to yourself, be nice to each other, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. So here is everything all mocked up. Here's the floor riser in the back. You see the notches right there. This hat channel on the passenger driver side. That hand, oh geez. You know what? I've got them backwards. Give me just a moment. Let me fix this. Okay, there we go. I've got them turned back around the way they're supposed to be. Yeah, that seems to work much better now. Because as I come around to the front, if I decide how much I'm going to cut off, I really don't need to cut off anything. I will have to save the metal that's right here, though. I'll just have to cut up here on the top ridge. And the top ridge here, just follow this line around. Yeah, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. I can't really tell what I'm filming because the sun's up my back. So, yeah. Now it figures out. Now this lip isn't going the wrong way. Wow. Okay, so let's go on to the next part of the video.